Hey y'all, what's poppin'? Welcome back to my channel. It is Nomad Fad, and today we are doing something a little different. Today's gonna be an album review by one of my favorite new artists. His name is Deante Hitchcock, and his debut album, Better, just came out this month in May. So basically, the album is amazing. It's supposed to be an album review, but like legitimately I'm gonna tell you right now, it's amazing. It is 10 tracks long. It dropped on the 13th of this month, and it was executive produced by Brandon Phillips Taylor. I'm gonna try and make this short and sweet. Gonna say what the song is, a little bit about it, and then share my favorite line from the song. Deante Hitchcock is a rapper, up and coming, from Atlanta, Georgia. He has been active for quite a few years now. I know him from his other projects, which are good. Just a Sample Too, and So Much for Good Luck. So Much for Good Luck is the first one I heard. Yeah, so let's get right into it. The first track on the album is called I Remember, and it's basically about his humble beginnings as he struggled just to find himself and get himself established in the industry. This is one of two of my favorite tracks on the album. It's the production for me. I love the whole production of this album. The beat is raw as hell, and I really like that message. My favorite bar from the song, I have it all typed out on my laptop. Remember back when my bank account was so empty, I was too scared to check it. Now I'm checking every check off my checklist. I don't even think that bar needs to be explained. I just like the determination. He had this bass in his voice of just like, I remember that moment, we're not going back there. So track two, big single off the album, is called I Got Money Now, featuring JID, who I call Jid. I love him. I actually met him at his Lollapalooza after show, and he was super dope. Either way, I'm always excited to hear him on a project, and I also like that he is also an Atlanta rapper who collabs with everybody, especially other Atlanta rappers. So I Got Money Now, it's basically all in the title. It's basically saying he's not broke no more. And my favorite bar off this one is basically one of Jid's bars, actually, and it's when he said, remember we stayed in an apartment, the house was provided by government, and my cousin, he slept on the couch, bitch, it felt like The Revenant. That shit was hilarious to me, because if you've seen the movie The Revenant, it's that movie with Leonardo DiCaprio where he's just in the forest with it, just cold and miserable and hungry and just all around pissy, right? So when he made that connection, I definitely remember, humble beginnings, being funny with the heat when you were younger and a kid, we didn't all have money, and bitch, it did feel like The Revenant. Track three is called Attitude, okay? This is featuring another new and up-and-coming rapper called Young Nudie. This is only my second time hearing him. My first time hearing him was on, I think the song is called Oh Swerve, and it was on Revenge of the Dreamers 3, that Dreamville's album that just dropped this year as well. Fun fact, Deante was also on this album, and that verse he dropped on that song killed, okay? But moving on, Attitude is like, I'm pretty sure Deante said it himself, but if not, I'm gonna say it again. It is Black Air Force Ones personified. It is pure hood nigga shit, niggatry at its finest, and we love it, okay? So, yeah, it's hood niggas, just hood nigga shit. And my favorite bar off that one is when that Mac on your head gotta make up your mind. If you didn't get it, that's a reference to makeup, MAC foundation. You have to make up your mind. Live like an optimist, die in your prime, which means, you're too, like, glass half full, if you have too much of that mentality, you know, you might get caught slipping. Don't die in your prime, you know, Optimus Prime, Transformers, get it? They gon' hate, I can't relate, I ain't got time to be worried about beef with nobody. My nigga, we got more at stake. Y'all, when I say I just love this whole album, you just gotta go and get it at this point. We only on track 3, and you see I'm geeked the fuck up, okay? Attitude was lit. They just dropped the music video for that earlier this week, and it matches the song. Y'all go check it out. Track 4, How TF, aka the fuck, How the fuck, featuring another Atlanta favorite, Black. Niggas call him 6 Lag. Don't do that. But that song is amazing as well. Funny thing about it is that song grew on me. When it first came out, I was just kind of like about it, and now it's like I cannot stop listening to it. I do love Black and I do love Deante, so when they came together, it was just like a nice little surprise, actually. But basically this song is about commitment issues. Basically, they can't say that they love their significant other, they're having trouble with that, you know, due to whatever the situation may be. Oh yeah, this one, my favorite bar of this is actually the outro. It's the conversation they're having at the very end of the song. It's Deante and I guess his homeboys in there, you know, chiefing it up. And basically he was like, and then she wanna ask me, she was like, what are we? I had to look at her and be like, I was like, what are we? Bruh. We are human beings. We are Homo sapiens. You and I, dead ass. That's it. I mean, shit. And then he goes on to say, I fuck with shorty, but this love shit is weird. I don't know. So I thought that was really funny, just to have, you know, that little moment with your homeboys, because girls do the exact same thing where we're just like, this nigga just, you know, pressed me. You know, I gotta press back. Another fun fact about that song is there's a song playing in the background while they're having this conversation, and it's actually called Deja Vu, and Deante said he'll hopefully be releasing it. So that was exciting. Track number 5 on the album is called Flashbacks. I guess just keeping it as real as possible, this is my least favorite song on the album. Not because there's anything wrong with it. Funny thing is, if it comes on, I will not skip it. But out of all the other 9 tracks on the album, this is my least favorite. I love Saint Beauty. They have a song with Jada and I really fuck with. But I didn't really like Miguel's feature that much. I know he's like the staple representative of traditional R&B. I just didn't think it was necessary. I think Saint Beauty's voices just carried the whole song beautifully. But this song is called Flashbacks. It's basically about memories, just the memories that they've had growing up, how it shaped them today. It's a very slow, I give it a hippie vibe almost, just a very transcendental feeling. My favorite bar from that one is, better to be human than God, word to Langston Hughes. That shit, I think that might be why I don't skip the song. That bar is amazing to me. Langston Hughes is my absolute favorite poet, and he has a poem, I believe it is called God, but it's basically Langston Hughes writing from the perspective of God, and speaking about the loneliness, the isolation, and all those feelings surrounding like what it would be if, you know, God, like the feelings God would feel, you know? So like once again, that line is better to be human than God, word to Langston Hughes. It's lit because the poem basically goes to say like, better to have all these other feelings, better to, like, you don't know the loneliness. It feels like oh my God, I'm absolutely dragging this, but I'm not doing it justice. I swear to God, go read the poem, you're gonna get exactly what I mean. Like, just basically God is lonely and we low-key have it a little bit better. That's all I'll say about that before I butcher it anymore. Next track on the album, number 6, Gimme Your Money. Ooh, I can tell you right now, if Outside was open, this would be the bop. This is our act up. This is our city girl moment, okay? I watched a small clip of Deante on Tidal saying that this was his Lil Yachty moment, but it fits, okay? Shout out to Young Baby Tate, who did, I guess, the female portion of the vocals. It was a very like hot girl summer mulatto vibe. Basically about how it's a quick come up, just a flex, just let me take your money. And my favorite line on that one, oh shoot, I wrote that I didn't have one. The whole song is a bop though. It's a bunch of clever ass one-liners. Go listen to it, you'll love it. Next song after Give Me Your Money, ooh, track number 7. This might be my #1 song on the album. It's between this and Remember. Like, those are my top 2. Circles, okay? Round and round we go. Round and round we go. This song is amazing. It is, once again, the production for me. Something about it gives me the simplicity of nursery rhymes, but all the complexity of it. He tells a whole story without saying too much words. Between verse 1 and 2, all he does is switch up a couple words at the very end of the verse, and it changes the entire meaning. It's basically like a back and forth between him and his significant others, and they're having trouble, you know, adjusting to the fame and the lifestyle that he's, you know, attained since gaining success. So it's his late night thoughts and going back and forth, trust issues with his girl. My favorite line off of that, this is part of the conversation, and it's when he says, "And I ain't even creeping, shorty, thought that you was down for me." She was like, "Nigga, yeah, right, what you trying to sound funny? No, I know what them hoes say. Boy thinks stupid written on my forehead." It's real. I love it because it's real, it's raw. It's exactly how I can see an argument going, and I feel like all the women can relate and have a moment where a nigga's talking that good shit in your ear, and you could just be like, "Aight, like, do I look, I got dummy written on my forehead or something? Like, you think this is funny?" I love that song. It's amazing. The beat is completely addictive to me. I just can't get over it. Shout out to you, Brandon. Yeah. Next track, it is called Shadow Man's Interlude. I get so excited talking about this song because, okay, pause for story time real quick. Okay, so story time. Deante has been touring like crazy. I wanted to catch him on one of the last tours of 2019. He was opening up for Wale. Wale's tour, I don't even remember what it's called. It might be like a Damn That's Crazy or something like that. I go to a lot of concerts. Basically, I was with somebody at the time. He's a non-factor. But he made me late, and I missed Deante's whole set, and I was livid, okay? I was tight. If tight was a word, I was it. Dead ass, okay? So basically, I'm walking outside. It's Chicago. I'm cold than a motherfucker. It is like October, November. And right in the front, I hear somebody say, "Oh, that's Deante." And I was just like my eyes were instantly like, we scanning. And I see him right in the front, just chopping it up with some people. I wait my turn. I had wanted to ask him about a t-shirt. I think he had sold out all the t-shirts on this tour stop because of course I was late and I was thirsty for a t-shirt. I really wanted it. They were cute. It's the little red balloon. That's a symbol. I went up there, started chopping it up, telling him how much of a fan I was, how I wanted a t-shirt. He was super duper humble. I say this to say that I have met celebrities in the past, whatever, musicians, artists, whatever, in the past, and they were rude as fuck, okay? Rude as shit, okay? He chopped it up with me for I don't even know how long, just on some friendly stuff. I felt like he was the homie. His whole team was around. Everybody was big chilling. I had told him how big of a fan I was. I told him how excited I was for this album. I think this was October, so over 6 months later, it's here now. He was telling me, it's getting mixed. Like, I know you've been waiting, like, but trust and believe, like, it's gonna be worth the wait. And I've held on to those words up until this moment, and I promise you it did not disappoint, because this man is consistent. When I tell you his other projects, Just a Sample Too, So Much for Good Luck, and Good, like, he is not disappointed. According to him, it goes good, better, best. I have heard good. It was more than good. I have heard better. It is absolutely amazing. So when best comes, best believe, y'all, it's going to be memorable. So either way, told him I wanted a t-shirt. I guess they were out. He told me to he was going to be announcing something, hit up somebody on his team. He'll get back to me. I was like, cool, got my little picture. I was looking busted. I might add it. But basically, did that whole thing. Didn't really know anybody on his team, so I straight up just DM'd him straight, and I was just like, hey, about that t-shirt. So he said he was gonna send me the t-shirt. It was on sale, so I paid for it. I asked for a signature. He was like, got you. And I was just once again telling him how much I like the music, how I couldn't wait for the album, and then he said he had a surprise. A couple days later, t-shirt shows up on my doorstep. I wonder if I have it. Hold on. Okay, y'all, so I know I'm off on a tangent, but I swear to God, it all connects. It's relevant, trust me. Basically, t-shirt shows up on my door. Hey, and it was autographed. That was really nice. And then I got a note, and I was so excited. It says, inside of this bag is a flash drive. Enjoy. I wanted to put more music on it, but my people thought y'all would leak my shit. Somebody would have leaked your shit. So please don't leak my shit. So if I can prove them wrong and do more of this in the future. Love for life, Mary J. Blige. Amen, say man. Thank you for all of the continuous love and support. Stick around. It's almost album time. And inside this flash drive was... You guessed it, Shadow Man's interlude, and it was great. First of all, I can definitely say that Shadow Man's interlude has so many double entendres, like so much wordplay, my nigga. Like, I had to go back and read the lyrics like yesterday after I've been listening to this since it dropped. And let me tell you, I'm catching some new shit every single day. So when I first listened to it, I'm just like, yeah, this is hard. Yeah, this is real good. This is real good. And then there's a joke at the end where one of his friends makes a joke about some toes. It sounds stupid, but it's funny for real. And I didn't get it in the first like it took me months. Like, I kept listening to that song and I was like, I don't get it. Go listen to it. It's actually hilarious. But basically, Shadow Man's interlude was the track that was on that flash drive. And surprisingly, I thought that would have been my favorite track since it was the first one I heard, but it still wasn't. It was still amazing. But basically, Shadow Man's interlude was about reflecting, about how you can't run from your shadow, which is basically what he says. Now, that one, I think I have a couple bars that were my favorite, because like I said, I kept finding gems. And shout out to rappers that continue to show that this is still an art form, that you don't just hop on a sick ass beat and put all the weight on the producers, that you still hold your weight, because I'm telling you, consistency is key, and he's been bringing it. And like, listen to the song, because these bars aren't even gonna hit you like it does with the beat, okay? But basically, proof mixing up the goose in the hand, got bird bitches on my line because they seen me in the coop with my mans. I love that shit. Goose, Grey Goose, the drink, okay? Bird bitches on my line, hitting him up because they seen him in the chicken coop with his mans. Like, the New York in me like jumped out, because that's definitely like, it's a relatable scene. Anyways, next favorite line. Meanwhile, I shifted my mental, I got my mind right. Niggas see the God in me. Envy, I got some advice. I know y'all aren't even thinking anything of this, but once again, the New York in me. Meanwhile, I shifted my mental, I got my mind right. Niggas see the God in me. See the God. Charlemagne, the God, one of the co-hosts of 105.1's Breakfast Club. They see the God in him. That's his name, Charlemagne the God. So niggas envy, DJ Envy, lead co-host on Breakfast Club 105.1. Like, yo, I don't think you'd really get it. Like, it's a syndicated radio show, so it's in all these other states, but it's a New York thing for real. Like, that shit hit me. Can I tell you, I was at work when I peeped it for real? And, like, I dropped everything I was, like, I'm over here, I'm a scientist. I was over here with my shit. I dropped the chemicals, like, on the floor. Like, it's a problem. Like, I dropped shit on the floor when I peeped that line. Anyways, last line. I'm too hype at this point. Watch those who turn green when you're in the limelight. Simple, to the point. It made me warm inside, because envy, DJ Envy, whatever, envy turns you green. That's supposed to be the color of envy. So watch out for the people who envy, the people who turn green when you're in the limelight. If the light was actually lime, it would be shining on you green. Like, moment of silence for all the niggas that didn't understand it, because shit, I can't do no more. We're almost at the end, y'all. Track 9. Track 9 is called Growing Up / Mother God. It's a mashup. It's referencing all the wonderful women in his life. I'm gonna just say thank you to them, because y'all made him, and he's talented, y'all. So basically, that song was just an ode to women. It kind of gave me Divine Feminine vibes, late Mac Miller's second to last project while he was alive. And I love anything that gives women the credit that they deserve, especially in rap. We always get the whole bitches and hoes and shit. And you know, it's whatever, but let there be a balance, and this was that balance. So favorite bar off of that was, but even in the belly of the beast was still God's son. I mean that sincerely. I hope I never let Nas down, but Nas ain't the nigga that'll need to hear me. Look. Once again, this is one of the lines where I just caught stuff one by one. Like, every time I heard the song, I'm catching something different. Let me slow it down for y'all. Even in the belly of the beast, Belly, movie that starred Nas, right? With DMX, you follow? With the Keisha and you follow? All right, bet. Was still God's son. The tatted on his whatever, ab, torso, whatever. Nas, right? I love Nas, New York thing, you caught me. God's son, also one of Nas's best albums, right? Follow me. So that was 1, 2, 3 references right there. Stay strong, stay with me, keep your focus, right? I mean that sincerely. Yo, bonus points, shout out, whatever you want to call it, to whoever knows why that's so lit. Sincerely, the name of Nas's character in the movie Belly. 4th reference, bam. Hope I Never Let Nas Down, referring to J. Cole's title track off of his second album, Born Sinner, where he says, you know, Nas was his idol. He felt like he let Nas down at one point in his career. Hope I never let Nas down. That's amazing for, you know, a rapper to be, you know, on his platform and make reference to somebody else, another great rapper in the game. Amazing. But Nas ain't the nigga that'll need to hear me. I feel like there's something there and I haven't caught it yet, but when we get there, I'll be listening to the album for the rest of my life, okay? Whew, okay. Last track on the album, boo hoo hoo, this is almost over, y'all. I hope y'all stuck with me this long, right? Angels. that song is basically about tunnel vision, moving forward, having your eyes set on a goal and achieving it. My favorite song off of that, my favorite bar off of this album, off of this song is, no, I ain't perfect, but my little sister think I'm the shit, nigga. So I ain't changing. What you see is what you get, nigga. That was my favorite line because it just goes to show that although there are times when we're often seeking external validation from others, it always happens that the people closest to us are whose opinions we care about the most. So it's basically like, you know, I'm not perfect. I am who I am. You guys can see all my flaws. But this little girl right here, my little sister, she thinks I'm perfect, you know? She doesn't see all that nonsense. She sees the good in me. So that's what I'm going to focus on. That's what I'm going to internalize. And that's what I'm going to bring out into the world. And I loved it because that's literally how I feel about my siblings. You know, I'm not perfect. I do what I can day to day. My little brother, my little sister, they think I'm the shit, nigga. So what you see is what you get. And the last bar from this song that's absolutely my favorite is, my life do a 360 5 times on a fucking yearly. So my life does a 360, one full revolution. So my life is making a full change 5 times on the fucking yearly. So he says, in 1 year, 5 different times, I'm going through it. I'm making changes. I'm jumping hoops. I'm doing the damn thing. You know what I'm saying? But when you put 365, a 365 is, you know, 365, you know what I'm saying? Days in a year. He's doing a 365 times 365. I probably over-explained that one. I love this fucking album, y'all. So basically, that was my review of Deante Hitchcock's debut album, Better. I fully believe all of you all should go stream it. And once you stream it, you will love it. So then go buy it. And yeah, if I have to give it a rating, I give it a strong 9 out of 10. I don't think there's anybody right now who deserves a 10 out of 10. So a 9 out of 10 is what it is. I love that the album wasn't ridiculously long. It was straight to the point. You know, each song, small little interludes in between and talking points to, you know, give the listener a break. I do wish there were more of those because they were funny and they were insightful. Overall, it was a great, well-rounded project. I think the mixing was amazing. I think production was incredible. Shout out to Brandon Phillips Taylor. Shout out to his team for the promotion, because while everybody was waiting for this album, they kept the hope alive. A lot of times we have these artists that leave us waiting and they just straight up leave us hanging. It's just kind of like, you gonna get it when you get it, fuck y'all. But this was definitely you here with me, got y'all, da-da-da-da. And I love the communication between his team and the fans. Just the little stuff like notes and flash drives just absolutely made me feel like I was appreciated as a fan. And if you watched my last video, I was definitely talking about somebody that did not appreciate their fans, that does not care about the consumers. So this was a nice change to see a nice, humble rapper who really takes time in perfecting his craft. But either way, that is it for me, y'all. This is Nomad Fad with her album review. So please like and comment below, subscribe to my channel, and tell me if you've listened to Better. What's your favorite song? How'd you feel about it? If you haven't listened to Better, I need you to go to the comments and tell me why. Okay, because YouTube is free, like Spotify is free, like Tidal is worth it, Apple Music is there. So talk to me and tell me what's up. Yeah, follow me on IG at NomadFad. See y'all, bye.